Welcome to Unit 9 of Medical Terminology. We're going to be focusing in on the musculoskeletal system with this unit, so thanks for joining us. Our objectives for this section are to discuss what the musculoskeletal system is. We're going to name some terms and word parts that are related to muscles, some terms and word parts that are related to the skeleton. We're going to do some word breakdown. We're also going to look at a few diseases. Again, this isn't really a pathology heavy course, but I think it's really important to look how medical terminology impacts your ability to understand what diseases are. We're going to look at some new abbreviations, and we have some special additions in this one. We're going to look at some movement terms in the musculoskeletal system, so thanks for joining. So first, what is the musculoskeletal system? All right, so we can really find this answer by breaking down the term musculoskeletal, and that's really going to be everything we need to know about what we're about to study. Let's do this breakdown together. All right, so in the term musculoskeletal, there is no prefix. However, there are two root terms. The first root term is musculo, the second is skeleto, and musculo is just what it sounds like, so muscles, and skeleto is just what that sounds like, or our skeleton. So we're looking at the muscles and the skeleton. Our suffix here is the al ending, which just means pertaining to. So our term musculoskeletal is pertaining to the muscles and the skeletons. And so those two components are going to work together, and that's why we usually talk about them as one body system. All right, remember back, and if you need to rewatch that video, go ahead and look in our video links. But the skeletal system here consisted primarily of the bones. However, we do have some ligaments that we're going to talk about. And if you pull out your word list, we're going to see that word ligaments in a little bit. And if you look at that word list, it connects bones to bones. Here's some examples of a ligament in the shoulder. So you can see all of these nice little white components that are holding together those darker tan colored pieces together really keep the two bones close to each other. You wouldn't want to be walking down the hallway and your bones are sort of moving every which way. We want something to really hold on to those bones and keep them in close proximity. We're also going to take a look at the muscular system. And that consisted of the muscles and the tendons. And again, if you look on your word list, that word tendon has a definition next to it. So please just note that definition real quick. And a tendon is anything that connects a muscle to a bone. Okay, so muscles aren't just working by themselves and they're not just connected to just themselves, but we want to get those muscles attached to a bone, and that's how we get movement. Here's an example of a tendon. You can see here there's some forearm muscles, and that little white portion a little bit more to the left attaches right to the bones. And oftentimes they're going to attach to separate bones and across a joint so that when our muscles contract or make movements for us, it can move that joint and it attaches that muscle firmly to the bones.